Didn't even get to browse.
What's up, everybody? This is What's My Game, bringing you Heists. This is the Fleeca job, and I had originally recorded this as a leader, but there was some third-party content issues, so I also recorded it as a crew member with someone else, and I'm posting this job, and hopefully that won't have any third-party issues. So check it out. I'll be commentating throughout. Hope you like it.
Yes, this will do very nicely. Very nice place you've got. Very chic. Nothing like a bourgeois bank robber to remind me of how strange Los Santos has become. In my day, the psychos at least had the dignity to be psychotic. Nowadays, it's all about home furnishings and going straight. All right, you ready? Because this is it. Well, it's not it, but it's something very big. It's not quite ready yet, but I wanted to see how you're doing. What I've got is a Fleeca Bank franchise. And it's nothing too complicated. There's no buy-in. Now, normally, there would be a buy-in. You would put in money up front, we would arrange the job, and you would pull it off. But this time, I'll cover the upfront costs. Call it the price of getting a look at you. And there's no risk to you. Unless, of course, you count getting locked up or shot. So, you ready? What do you think? You questions, comments, concerns? All right. What are you waiting for? Let's go see this place.
And this is all 3 episodes. Well, there's 3 parts to the job. There's a scope out. You got to get the car called the Karuma, and you got to do the job. So this is all 3 parts, all mashed together. So enjoy it. What I was saying is I started as the leader, but then when I uploaded it, there was a bunch of third-party issues. So I fast-forwarded some issues. I blurred out some issues with one part, and I took out part of the music on the final scene that was an issue on the leader part. So I'm hoping I can get around those issues here so I can upload it. So we'll see. But yeah, this was a fun job. And it's a quick one. It's just your first intro, and it unlocks the Karuma car, which is the Mitsubishi Evo X. Which I used to have. I used to have an Evo 7.
Near Chumash. Take us there. Word of warning, we're on the job right now, so don't let the cops notice you. If they come after us, we call it off. So, my taciturn friends, I suppose you want to know how we're doing this. Well, funny you should ask. We're driving out to the bank, taking a look at it, picking up some equipment, and then heading back to make our plans. Not very complex at all. We're not going in, we're not poking it with a stick. We're just sitting back and taking a look. You see, I like my scores like I like my dates. Across the street and unaware they're being watched. Alright, so why this bank over all the other banks in the state? Why does fortune favor this one? Another good question. You're full of good questions. You're like a child whose parents think it's clever, or the IRS. Well, this bank's got some safety deposit boxes, and in one of those safety deposit boxes are some bonds being hidden from the tax man that no one's gonna report missing. All starting to make sense. Security should be light, well, relatively light. Light if your daydreams are raids on the Union Depository. Quite heavy if your day job is turning over liquor stores and gas stations. And the bonds in the box will be worth more than a few rumpled notes from a till, so the minor escalation is worth it, if you can handle it. Plus, you know, the sea view, nothing like staring at the ocean while you contemplate money, power, incarceration, homicide, you know, all those weighty issues surrounding your first foray into serious armed robbery. I'm assuming you're kind of a cerebral crew, because otherwise this whole not talking deal just kind of puts you on the spectrum, right? Okay, well, how about we just get there and see where we're at? There it is. Take a look. Drink it in. I've patched into their security feed on my cell. Take a look. What are we looking at? Small joint, not much security. Staff won't give a crap, especially about the deposit boxes. Customers will probably be thinking how to turn this into a screenplay. The boxes are in the back behind the safe door. We want box number 167. Yeah, it's right on the highway with good access. That works for you. get out quick, but it'll also work for the cops. Speed up their response time. Okay? Okay. Enough of this peeper crap. Let's go to the garment factory. Now, when you hit the bank, you're gonna need to hack into its security system. I've written a neat little program that'll do most of the work for you, but it's probably a good idea for you to familiarize yourselves with it. You, in the passenger seat, I've sent it to your phone. Take it for a dry run, keep your hands steady, and maybe the wet run won't be a disaster.
This is what I was saying. As a passenger, you're, and I showed this, well, I attempted to upload it in my leader video because I was a passenger the first time I did this job. And basically you're doing a practice run on the software that you're using to break in the bank. And it's basically like Pac-Man. You've got to go through the maze and not hit the walls. It's pretty easy, but I guess it can be difficult if you're not real good with the controller. But so you're not seeing this because I'm driving, and but you'll see it later because when we do the job, I'm actually the driller.
I'm calling Paige. She's my assistant. First, she's gonna get us what we need. Then she's gonna saw me in half. No? Didn't like that one? You don't make it easy.
You'll see it later.
Paige, it's Lester. The place looked good. Nothing we weren't expecting. Can you get the intel together? Hard copies to go on a notice board. Yeah, plus all the equipment we spoke about. I'll be over to collect it with those people. Yeah. Charming as ever. Okay, see you soon. She's loading the hardware into the back of a truck. Tools for the job, things for you to wear. On a job, your attire will depend on the role you're performing. As the job gets more complicated, so will the uniforms. If you're likely to be seen by civilians, you'll be provided with a couple of masks. Then when you go into the bank, you can choose one that goes with your eyes. And hey, there's the added bonus of none of your favorite comic convention outfits being linked to a major crime. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, where were we? Masks. Paige. Oh yeah, we'll go over there, pick her up, and go back to your place to plan this thing. I can talk you through the planning board later. That might be helped by a visual aid. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. Listen to me, do what I say. Bullets go in here, come out there. And if you're ever caught, you keep your mouth shut. I couldn't resist. Hey, passenger seat. Did you get into their network? Good work.
Jeez, Lester talks more than me.
There's Paige. We're leaving this car, taking the truck. I should be using my cane.
Nice to meet you.
He walks like he's got a corn cob up his ass. Holy schmolians.
Come on, back to your place.
That's kind of cool they have you practice the software, even though you guys didn't get to see it.
There?
I think so. You want to get out and check
Before you do the
down
job.
the inventory, or are you happy sitting there making a perfect butt imprint in your easy wipe seat?
I'll take your word for it.
Thank you. It should all be there. The clothes, guns, headsets, hold-alls, masks, the drill, the files with all the photos and surveillance work. Hey, there's enough here to make us all look real suspicious. Nice little conspiracy to commit robbery charge waiting to happen.
What, they're gonna charge us with thought crime?
Not so much thought as everything but the deed crime. We'd be caught with our pants down and a hard-on out to here.
Well, we're not getting caught. These are professionals.
So I hear. The cheapest professionals money can buy.
I like to think of it as investing in new talent. And until you and me start playing low-rent Bonnie and Clyde, that's the way it's gotta be. She didn't mean anything by that, by the way. She's just a little brusque.
If they were offended, they would have said something.
When I played this job before, they said to make sure you don't hit anything in both the cars. So I just hit something there and they didn't say anything, but the other job they were screaming when you hit something. So You definitely don't want to alert the cops when you're in either one of those two cars when you're on the scope out. So that's why I was driving carefully. Because if you alert the cops, it'll cancel out the scope out and you'll fail. So you do get some money and some RP for doing it, and that's, you know, one of the three parts to it.
Okay. Now, Paige, we'll set up a board for you, won't you, Paige?
I'd let you do it if you could reach. I mean, I didn't see any milk crates for you to stand on.
The most important thing to look for in an employee is respect. You can't get anything done without respect. Where was I? Oh, yes, the room. Paige is setting up this board on which you will plan your scores. You'll use it to set out all the prep work you need to do, select your crew, figure out how the take from a score should be split up. So you need a crew to take a score. But only one person can be in charge. Respect. Isn't that right, Paige?
Blow me.
All right. You're only going to need one thing for this job. It's a high-speed armored car. Now, instead of getting one legitimately and leaving a nice long paper trail to your front door, you're going to be jacking one from a nasty Korean crew and leaving a nice long paper trail to their door instead.
This is good to go.
Hey, here's your board. Good. And when you're ready to move on the car, go over it, study the plan, tick it off the list. You must be methodical. This isn't just a dumb crime. Oh, there is an element of that, huh? Oh. And when you've got the car, we'll come back here and talk bank jobs. Bank jobs.
So this is where if you're the leader, well, no, not that screen. The other screen, you do get some options as a leader, but the final screen has some more options where you can actually change who does what job. I can't remember what the leaderboard here says. I don't think there's a whole lot you can do. Oh, in the heist leaderboard, as a leaderboard introduction, what they're doing is it's just showing them around, and it's introducing them to what the leaderboard or the heist board looks like. That's what it looks. That's what they're doing. So I sped this up here because he was going really slow, and so on his holy cow, those are some tight ass pants. And this is a dude I'm playing with, Timeless, and those pants are basically panted on. She's got a pretty nice package there. It's that's heavy. So yeah, I sped this way up. I was gonna skip it, but I figure I'd just speed it up. But yeah, you get to pick your outfit and your mask and whatnot. The leader does have the option to control what type of outfits, or if there's a group of outfits you can wear, or if you have full reign of your own outfit. So, like, if they only want you to wear suits or whatever, or you can wear whatever you want. So here's the second part of the job where we got to go get the getaway car. And it's an armored getaway car, the Karuma. Like I said, it's an Evo 10. Pretty cool car.
Hello, can you hear me? I'll be here to talk you through all these jobs. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, the car. Okay, you're on the way to Del Perro. A Koreatown stick-up crew's been using a parking lot as a base for scores. They're into extortion, credit fraud. You almost there? Remember, you can do this however you like, as long as you're careful. If you're not careful, they'll clock you, and then you won't get any choice how this is going down. They're meant to be on the top level of this garage on the north side. So, I see two ways of doing it. You go up the north ramps and hit them hard and quick, or you go up the south ramps, get in position, and try to get the drop on them from cover. You can do it however you like. And oh yeah, we don't want anyone looking for you. Masks before saying hi.
I was just talking to my crewmate there, and we decided to go to the south ramp and that way, if you go to the south ramp, they don't see you, and you can get like Trevor said, not Trevor, like he said, you can get the drop on them because you can sneak up, and it's just a little different of an approach rather than just bull rush them. Lester, not Trevor. What the hell? I get those two mixed up. And there's probably about 20 dudes here you have to wax. It's actually pretty easy to do, especially with two guys. I'll let him take the lead. Oh yeah, face shot. Two more. One more. Zero more. Oh, I love that hood slide. I tried to do that one day in real life. It didn't end well. It was heavy. Alright, I think they're dead. Get the car. Well, I guess I'll get the car. Look at that thing. That thing's badass. It's all armored up. Makes me miss my Evo. I had an Evo 7. Miss it. So sad.
Bring it to my garment factory. And try not to damage the car too much. You can't rob a bank in a wrecked car. If you think you can get away from the cops in a wrecked car, then go ahead. Trash it, sure. A getaway car has to be able to, get away. So look after it, please.
I don't know why I keep calling it Evo 7. I had an Evo 8. It was the first one that came to the States. I had it in 2003 when it's brand new. Man. Had about 100 extra horsepower of the stock. That thing was so much fun. Anyway, that was a long time ago. Whoa!
How's it driving? I don't want to call this an idiot-proof heist car. There's no limit to some people's stupidity, but you gotta be very fucking.
I wonder if that says it bulletproof tires too. That would make sense.
It's got muscle, traction, lightweight armor that shouldn't compromise performance. This is the one for us. Now, get it back in one piece, and I'll shut up about it.
Nothing I could do to avoid that one.
If the exhaust on that car is dragging along the road, that's on you. How you doing? Paige is going to meet you under the bridge near the factory. The score's coming together.
Oh, I should have hit the e-brake. Ah. There you go, little e-brake.
Okay, I'll look after this. Lester will come by your place when you're ready to go.
So this was the second, and then it just says gold and platinum because that is the color that we were when we were doing the job. I figured that out. So you get a little bit of gold, a little bit of money, a little bit of RP, and then this was taking forever. Yesterday the servers were just jacked, so I sped this up. I mean, it sat here for a while. So I think, well, it's not sped up yet. I know here in a second I sped it up because it was sitting here for a while, and I didn't want you guys thinking sitting here too long. But the servers were jacked up yesterday, and even this morning they were really bad. So I know a lot of people are trying to get online. There we go. I sped it up. This is, I believe, 8 times. So I was sitting here for a while, and I don't know if this has something to do with me being not being the leader, but it kicked me out of the job. And that's one thing I don't like. It's not like a playlist like it is on missions where you can go right into the next. You have to be invited back into it, and I show you right in where I got invited back. And if the leader didn't invite me back into it, I wouldn't have the opportunity to do the final job, which really sucks because that's where all the money is. So I'm really not happy about that. If Timeless hadn't invited me, and this is the second job we had done together, I wouldn't be able to do this final job. So I got kicked out, we got separated, and then I would have gotten nothing.
Ah!
Well, that sucks.
Your first time. You know, the first times, well, it's never easy. There won't exactly be fireworks, you know? It'll be vaguely awkward and disappointing, you know? You'll probably stick the wrong thing in the wrong part, and you'll finish too early, and you won't be able to make eye contact afterwards. But new worlds will open up. Something will have changed, you know? New, and then you'll feel a little creeped out, but you're gonna repress it. Squash it down. We'll never talk about it, okay? Okay? Okay. First time. Fleeca! Woo! It's a 2-man score, right? One of you drives, keeps the heat off of you. The other goes into the bank, goes to the specific safety deposit box. Then you get out of there, you get in that fast armored car, and you get the hell out of that place. Then once you're clean, once you got no heat on you, come see me, give me the box, and you get paid. Okay. You know, like I said, it is your first time, so don't expect too much. There are wild, insane, mind-blowing orgies in your future. Orgies! But,
That's kind of disturbing. I had to mention that. Very disturbing.
Good luck.
Alright, so this is where if you're the leader, you have the ability to make some changes. I'm not really thrilled about how it's laid out, but I mean, it looks good, but when you're actually playing with it, it's not done really well. When you're the leader, you have the ability to change the job, the percent of who gets what, and that's pretty much it from what I can remember. Again, I was only the leader on this one job before I got kicked out on my own job. And anyway, so on this one, I'm not. But he's going to change me from the driver to the driller. We were talking about that, and I muted it. But so he's going to swap me here. But there's not a whole lot of changes you can do. And as you can see, this job won't earn a whole lot of money, but it kind of irritates both of us here. We were talking about it that, you know, we can't just go from job to job. We have to be re-invited. So if he didn't invite me in this job, or if I didn't invite him in the other jobs, if I didn't keep inviting him, you could go through all the different little parts of missions and just get the little baby money and the baby RP, and then never get invited to the big mission for the big payout, which sucks, you know, because you could invite. Now, granted, I still need someone. You still need someone to help you, so it makes sense to re-invite that person. But technically, you can invite someone else, you know, or random people. So, not real thrilled with that aspect of it. But the rest of it is really cool. I sped that part up because he takes forever to find his outfit. That was at least 2 speed. I think it was even 4 speed. So here you are. I'm standing next to the Amazon woman. Jesus, she's tall. She's tall. Jesus. All right, so this is the final mission here. And so he switched me to the driller. And so on the way there, I've got to do the code breaking with the software on the phone. Now, you didn't see me do the practice round. Normally, if you don't switch it like we just did,
Okay, here we go.
you get to do a practice run.
I've got goosebumps up my arms and butterflies in my stomach and a light film of sweat on my upper lip. You know where you left the car? At least I hope you do. You were drunk on painkillers, were you? Oh, no, that was me. Okay, get the car, then move on to the bank.
And we decided not to skip, too, because we were thinking that we would be able to get the Elite Challenge, but as you see, we screwed that up. If you skip it, then you can't get the elite challenges, which gives you more at the end, and then you lose a little bit of money too. So we didn't do it. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is I did this job as the leader, and I uploaded it to YouTube, and
Driller, I'm sending you that hacking program. When you get in the car, you need to get on it and start breaking into their system.
I got it all uploaded, and it gave me third-party issues and for content. You know, and I started this channel about a month and a half ago, and I monetized it. And you know, I want this to be a little bit of a second income for me down the road. So I need it to not be third-party issues. So I had to take it down. So I'm gonna blur the part where
You got the wheels? All right, go to the bank.
you'll see.
Driller, start hacking their network. You need to establish a connection before you get to the bank. Then you'll be able to trigger the vault door remotely.
Alright, I've blurred this and then I sped it up 4 times. So I'm hoping that this was one of the parts in the original video where it said that it matched the content with something. So I'm hoping by speeding it up and blurring it that it will miss it. That's my hope, crossed fingers, so that it'll let me post this video and monetize it. It's a lot of work doing these videos. Hope you guys realize that.
Okay, time to open the vault. Take out your phone and trigger the door.
Yeah, in the safe.
Here we go. Put on a mask if you haven't already and get inside.
Now, if you want to do it under 5 minutes, it counts that time that you're doing that break-in
Find the safety deposit
for the
box.
software. You don't need to shoot these cameras, I found out. I don't know why I was worried about that. And he was too. Don't worry about the cameras. And you got to get in when you're breaking into the software on the way in the car. That counts as your mission time. So
Found the box? Okay, go in your bag, get out the drill.
if you waste a lot of time in the car,
Don't go too quick, or it's gonna overheat. If you see smoke, ease off.
you'll screw this up. You have to get in under 5 minutes. The key with this drill is to hold the R2 button
Box.
about halfway down. Now that I've done this mission 3 times, I'm certainly no expert, but what I found is
You need to hurry this up.
if you hold it down about halfway,
How you doing with that drill?
which is basically what I did the rest of this time, hold it down about halfway, and then you'll have to keep pushing your lever forward on your control pad. You can't just hold it forward in one spot. You got to keep pushing forward further and further to get through the rest of these pins. You don't want to push too far because it'll make it red and smoke. So the key is to just hold down the R2 button like halfway and then just give it gentle pressure. There you go.
Okay, okay. This would be the worst way.
You got it. Get back to the car.
That wasn't too bad, but on the way here I failed 3 or 4 at least 3 times on the software hack, and that screwed us up.
I've got my getaway guy waiting for you on San Bruno Bridge. He's got a plan for the cops if you can just get there. Guy's name's Eddie Toe. He's a professional. He'll take care of everything.
This car is cool, man. It's heavy, so it just kind of throws shit out of the way when you run into it, which is pretty cool. And it's still pretty fast. And you can put them in your garage, and they're fully customizable at Los Santos.
Look, don't worry about the cops. Just get to the bridge. Hey, come in. This is your getaway guy. Melissa tells me you were inbound. Keep driving for the bridge.
Drive under the bob. Magnet. Pretty sweet. That's pretty awesome. We should be able to call that guy like on jobs. Pick us up. Or in the game. We should have that guy as a contact, right? Call him up and like pick us up in the middle of the street.
Yeah, show it to me.
Like for like $5 grand.
Ooh, yes, it is the holiday season at the Crest residence, and Daddy's out drinking. Say, you passed. If that thing I talked about comes up, I'll call you in. In the meantime, if anyone comes to me, I'll mention you as a reliable pair of hands. Hey, for the first time that wasn't bad, but don't get clingy.
So the first time I did this job, it was 169 take. I don't know why. So when I was a leader, it was 169. So for some reason on this job, it was 143. My take was 57 as the 40%. So we didn't match the challenge. We didn't hit two out of the 3 we didn't make on the elite challenge. Whatever. All good. We were talking about it there, so I muted it. That's pretty much it. And this is the final scene where also it had an issue with this song. This stupid song right here. So what I did was I just, after this little animation, I cut the song short and hopefully it doesn't catch it. So thanks guys so much for watching. That was all 3 parts of the Fleeca bank job heist. Basically the first heist you get on GTA 5 and online. And thank you so much for watching, supporting my channel. It's grown leaps and bounds in the month or so that I've been posting gaming videos. And please hit that like button. I want to try to hit at least 20 likes on this, and which would be the first for me. So thank you so much for watching. Comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See ya.